thick book, just proving that Allah doesn't exist and it's all delusion, it's fabricated, it's done by the people themselves. People create something called God and they worship it. So these people, when they go back to themselves, they know that there's something, there's a superpower, a supreme creator on this earth, on this planet, in this universe. But because they want to sell their books, because they get fame and the shuhra, so they want to sell their books. They want to make millions of pounds or dollars. So they try to make out living. And the same person, the same writer, he paid, I don't know how much money, and they advertised on the buses, the red buses of London, with this slogan that there is no God, then don't worry and enjoy your life. No God, enjoy your life, do whatever you want. Let the men enjoy with the men, and the women enjoy with the women. I'm not becoming illegal. They're asking even the churches to allow for the men and men marriage. Don't mention the name. So this is the humanity downgraded. And instead of elevating to perfection, it's going down and down. Because they just ignored their Lord, ignored the guidance of the Creator, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Imam al-Sadiq salamullah alayhi says in the hadith, مَا مِن مَوْلُودٍ يُولَدُ إِلَّا عَلَى الْفِطْرَةِ. There's no born child except he's born with the fitrah, with the instinct of believing, of worshipping of the Creator subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَأَبَوَاهُ اللَّذَيْنِ يُهَوِّدَانَهُ وَيُنَصِّرَانَهُ وَيُمَجِّسَانَهُ. But the problem is the atmosphere, the environment that he lives in, that environment, which starts with the family, the father and mother, they make him Christian or a Jew or Majus or other religions, other beliefs. It's the family, it's the mother and father. Because when he's born, that born baby, he's got a clean instinct. The fitrah is tahir, is clean. But when he's raised and nurtured in that society, as I mentioned last night, the three enemies of the human being, the shaitan and the nafs al-ammara, wa mujtama' al-fasid, the corrupt society. The corrupt society destroys and covers the fitrah, the instinct of this newborn child. So by the time he's 16, 18, he's different. He doesn't believe in, let's say, God sometimes, or he believes in different deviated religions and so forth. The fitrah is important. The fitrah leads the humanity towards the haqq. And that's why we see people convert to Islam, because the fitrah starts to bang, to alarm that, am I on the right track? So he goes back to his fitrah and starts to think, is this religion or belief correct? I'm on Christianity, the Judaism, anything. He starts to think and search, and finally reaches to the shore of the haqq, the shore of the righteousness. By all that means, when they reach Islam, the other side of the Muslims, they take them over. Some of them still unsure, is this the complete Islam? SubhanAllah, they start to search. They have a great and strong mind and iman that they want to see more. Is this the right, true religion? So they keep searching within the Islam until they find out that the truth is not with the other side, with the school of Sahaba, as they call it. But the truth is with Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. the human being has two aspects in his life. And it's important that this mankind, this human, tries to cover both. Because the takamul of the bashari, of the perfection of the human being, is based not only on the one side, both sides. Because the human has two sides, two aspects. The materialistic, the maddi, and the spiritual, the ma'nawi. Well, you have to take care of your madda as well. As a body, as a human being, you need food, you need drink, you need nutrition, and so forth. You need sports, fitness, and so forth. That is good to cover, that's fine. It's a need of the human being. But also, the human needs the spiritual side, the ma'nawi side. Because without it, as the Quran says, بل هم كالأنعام بل أضل كالأنعام, they're like animals. A dead body with no soul, what's the point? He walks, he goes, he comes, but no soul, no spirit. So we need to also, as we feed our bodies with food, nutrition, and energy, we need to feed our souls and spirits. We need to feed it with what Allah wanted, with ibadat, with akhlaq, with the extra bits, as called mustahabat as well. The spirit needs, otherwise the spirit will die, will eventually die away from your body. Just become a piece of flesh and bone that his thinking is all to do with material. Just money, make money, make money, make money. That's it. So it's important that as a human being, we need to go back to the spirit side. That's why we need to come to these majalis. It raises the level of our spirituality, which we need it. As we go to the restaurant to eat, we need to balance between the madda and the ma'na, the maddiyat and the ma'nawiyat, to make a level, a balance between the materialistic and the spirituality. Because without the madda, you can't concentrate on the ma'nawiyat. Without eating and drinking properly and sleeping well, you can't do the prayer, you can't. It's impossible. If you don't eat, don't drink, or you eat something really, really less than your body needs, then you can't stand and pray. Now eat well, drink well, sleep well, have rest to the limit, and then also go and do the ma'nawiyat, do your prayers and worship. We need always balance, not always games and enjoyments and holidays. No, we need to spread our time. فساعة لربك وساعة من حديث لشغلك وساعة لشهوتك. We have to divide your time with your load, with your work and study, and with your interests and desires. Divide your time. It's important. Now, questions are asked by many people. Sometimes asked by even the kids and youth that, for example, why did God create religion? Or who created God? Or why we are here? Question needs to be answered. Basically, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I have inshallah, I think tomorrow, about the test, the divinely test. Why Allah brought us to this world to test us. لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ أَيُّكُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. Which of you are the best in deeds? We're here to be tested. Because if you pass the test, you'll be in the Firdaus, in paradise. So, isn't it better to be here and pass the test? It's like somebody comes and says, I don't want to study. I just want to leave college, leave school, and go to work. Well, if you study well, you revise well, school, college, university, you get the graduation, you get a decent job. You get maybe a job with £3,000-4,000 a month, which is great. But if you leave the school, you'll be working working in a normal shop, maybe cleaning, maybe doing something really, although it's a job. But for you as a child, for you as a youth, think big. You know, the old advertisement of IBM, think big, think IBM. So we have to think big. Think big and always think. I had a university lecturer who used to say, always think, where are you going to be in 5 years' time? And so I copied this, I actually implemented this method. In 5 years' time, where are you? You're the same person? No. Yes, today I start work in a company, very low salary. Think, next year, I develop myself, I get some courses, short courses. That third year, by the fifth year, I'm the manager of this company, for example. Or I open my own business. If you're a student, try to get the HND or the degree, diploma. Think of getting the bachelor. Think of masters, PhD, professor, and so forth. Just go and continue your elevation towards the perfection. It's both needed. Perfection in madiyat, perfection in ma'nawiyat. We both need it. Likewise in the ma'nawiyat. This year, you attend these majalis, you came to these majalis, for example. Think about 5 years' time. What am I going to be? Maybe you as a youth in 5 years' time, you can lecture in your own university, right? For example, you can give lectures in محرم, for example. 20 minutes lecture. You gather the students from all nations, that's fine. And you speak about Muharram. You don't need to go to house and study.